everybody, welcome to Tangle Break. Today we're going to be doing this Fragment H-15 and we will be using the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. Step number 1 is gratitude and appreciation. I'm thankful for the time we're able to take a break from our day to relax and draw. And the supplies that we're going to use are a black Micron 01 pen, a Tortillon, a pencil, and a 3.5-inch tile. So let's get started. Step number 2 is the corner dots. So just take your pen and put a dot in each corner. Step number 3 is the border. Just connect the dots. Step number 4 is the string, and since we're doing a fragment, we're going to make a grid. So go to the middle of the line and just bring it down so you're separating the two halves. Now we're going to separate these halves and separate the last one. So you have 4 columns. Now turn your tile, and we're going to do the same thing this way, halfway and bring down and divide the other 2 sections in half. And that's your grid. So now we're going to do the fragment, which is H-15, and it is a triangle. So we need to make some triangles. So go from the bottom left to the top right, from the top left to the bottom right, and we're just going to zigzag across making triangles. Okay, now go to row 2, top left to bottom right, bottom left to top right, and you're just going to zigzag across. Okay, the third row, bottom left to top right, then you're going to go down and we're going to zigzag across. And then the last row, start at the top left-hand corner and come down and then zigzag across. And your triangles are done. Now what we're going to do is draw the circular shape in the middle, the printemps, in the middle of every triangle. It's just a swirl and it closes on itself. And then we're going to do a triangle underneath the printemps so that it will look like the printemps is sitting on top of the triangle, that it's like coming out the sides, and then you blacken in the rest of it. Okay. And then when we shade it, you'll get the 3D effect so that it looks like the printemps is actually sitting on top of the paper when we shade it. So let's go ahead and do the printemps in the center of every triangle. And then we're going to do the triangle underneath and fill it in. Draw another printemps and do your triangle underneath. So you're just picturing where it would be underneath the printemps and fill it in. just swirl it on itself. Draw the triangles underneath and fill it in. Okay, let's go to the second column. Let's just go ahead and put some more printops all the way down. Okay, remember to make the printop big enough that the triangle needs to be underneath it. I'm not touching the sides of the triangle, but I'm going pretty close. Okay, the next column. Let's put in our printops. And go back and do the triangle underneath. And fill it in. Okay, the last column. The printemps are done. Now do the triangles. Okay. So now it's time for step 6, which is to shade. And we're going to do it on one side of the grid. And then we'll go back and do around the printemps. First thing, let's go ahead and make these lines a little bit wider. So keep your pen for now and go around and make these little swirls a little bit thicker. Just a little bit thicker. Not all the way around. You can just do on one side of the swirl. A lot of times I'll just do one side, and then sometimes I'll do the little swirl in the middle. So to like almost like a C. So make that just a little bit thicker. Around to the middle. Just make it a little bit thicker. You can just see more of the swirl. On that one, I'm doing on the right-hand side, just because the way it's positioned. A lot of times I'll just do the left side. Or whatever it looks like it needs. If it wants to go all the way around, like that one. I'm just trying to make it look more three-dimensional. So sometimes if you have the wider line on one side, it'll give you that illusion. You can easily tell the ones you've done and the ones you still need to do. Okay, the last column. Oh, that one needs a little bit in the middle. Okay, last column. Okay, so now take your pencil and go around across the bottom of this line that you made. Just go on the bottom. And we're going to do the bottom of each of these lines going across here. Just the bottom section. Okay. Now turn your tile, and we're going to do the same thing in this direction. Just the bottom of the lines going across. Okay, turn your tile. Again, the bottoms of the lines going across. Okay. To the bottom of, well, that would be the bottom if you looked at it. If it's part of the border, but that would be the bottom. And do the bottoms going across this way. And that would be the top. So we don't do that edge. Okay, so now we're going to look at the printemps. And if it looks like it's sitting on top of the board, you shade around the bottom of the printemps. That one's already shaded because of us doing the bottom of the boards. But when the printemps is on the white section of the board, just put a little shadow underneath it. So it will look like it's sitting on top of it. Some boards are already shaded in that area. Okay, now take your Tortillon and we're going to smooth out all these pencil marks. And you'll see that the pencil marks disappear and it turns into a nice shade. So that was underneath the printemps. Now the boards. The Tortillon just smooths it out. Okay, just keep on blending it in. Okay, and then the last section at the top. Okay, so the grid has been done. And now we're just going to put a teeny tiny bit of shadow on the printemps where the curve is. Just a little touch here and there. Not a lot, just a little touch on the curves, on one side of the curves. Sometimes I'll go around like the bottom part right there, on the top of that one, the bottom of that one. You can just mix and match. But just a little shadow so that it looks like it's curling up on itself. Okay. Now take your Tortillon and just smooth that in a little bit. We're just trying to get the printemps to look like it's curling. Okay. So now we're going to go to step 7, which is initial and sign. So grab your pen. And put your chop, which is your initials. And then on the back, this was Tangle Break, Fragment H-15. And step 8 is appreciate again. And you can see how that fragment was used over and over and over. And I hope it was relaxing. And you can look at your tile in any direction. And thank you for joining me. And I will see you next time on Tangle Break. Bye for now.